Namaskar students, welcome back to my another lecture. So in series of these lectures we are learning the application of diode. So in my previous lecture I have explained the half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier. In case of full wave rectifier I have explained center tapped transformer full wave rectifier and then bridge circuit full wave rectifier. And then I have explained few numerical problems based on each topic, and I have also given assignments to all of you to solve, and if you solve those assignments you will get more clear understanding on rectifier circuit. So in today's lecture again I am covering another topic, that is application of diode, but the topic is different. So today's topic is basically known as clippers. So we can say that diode can be used as a clippers. So first of all question arises, what is clippers? What are clippers circuit? So clippers are simple, very simple circuit. They are basically just, if somebody asks to define what is clippers, then you can define clippers are network that implies diodes to clip away a portion of an input signal without distorting the remaining part of the applied waveform. It means in case of clipper also we have to use diode, because we are learning the application of diode. So obviously clipper circuit also have a diode, and the clipper is a circuit, is an electrical network where diode is applied, and given inputs, basically you have to cut one portion of the given input signal. So that is basically clipper. So clipper are quite, working principle of clippers are quite similar to the rectifier. If you see, in case of rectifier also basically you rectify one part of the signal, there also you cut one part, but here also but you cut one part, but there is little difference between clipper and diode, clipper and the rectifier. So in case of clipper, basically you clip and one part of input signal without disturbing any other remaining part, distorting any remaining part. So you can say rectifiers are a class of clipper. Rectifiers are a class of clippers, or all rectifiers may be a clipper. Okay, don't confuse with this terminology. So just you try to understand. So there are two type of clipper. First clipper is known as a series clipper, another clipper is known as the parallel clipper. Okay, so in case of series clipper, if the diode is applied, I have shown here circuit diagram of series clipper. If the diode is applied in series with the applied input signal, okay, and the output is measured across the load resistance, this circuit, the circuit which I have shown. So this is the best example of a series clipper. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram of a series clipper. Another parallel clipper is there, I will explain later. So here you are given with a circuit. If you remember half wave rectifier, so half wave rectifier was also having the same, half wave rectifier was also having the same circuit. So this is quite similar to the half wave rectifier. If you go back to the half wave rectifier, so there was also, I have given some numerical problem when one diode is used, and if you remember, so in my, I think I have shown in my previous, I have given one problem in maybe in some slide, half wave, in case of half wave rectifier, it is not here. Okay, so half wave rectifier circuit is also similar to the clipper circuit. So here you are given with any input signal, This signal may be square wave, this signal may be triangular wave, this signal may be sinusoidal also, as we have learned in case of rectifier circuit. So when you apply this signal, how this clipper will clip one portion, because we know the property of diode. So diode is when it is in forward bias, it will behave like a closed switch. First diode approximation, that is ideal diode approximation. So diode is behaving like a closed switch, zero voltage drop. When diode is in reverse bias, it is behaving like open circuit, zero current. Okay. So when diode, if you apply this square wave signal, so 0 to V, if this voltage is greater than any voltage of the diode, then diode will, for 0 to plus V, that means plus connected and negative connected to diode is in forward bias. If diode is in forward bias, so it will conduct current, and a diode current will flow, and that diode current will appear across the load resistance. Then you can find out the output voltage. The output voltage VO will be equal to I into R. Okay, so you got a voltage drop across the resistance. Basically, you are measuring the output voltage across the load resistance. So whatever, because here there is no voltage drop, according to the diode first approximation, there is no voltage drop. If there is no voltage drop, so whatever voltage, input voltage you will apply, that same input voltage will appear across the load resistance. So you will get a same output waveform. So this was the square wave input signal, this is the output signal. Now when the polarity of the voltage is changed, okay, from 0 to minus V, then this will go minus V, and this will go minus, and this will go plus. So this minus and P, that will be reverse bias. So diode will go in reverse bias. If it will go in reverse bias, so diode current will become equal to 0, because it will diode will behave like open circuit, no current will flow across the diode. If there is no current, so no voltage drop will appear across the load resistance. If there is no voltage drop, so you will not get any voltage across the output. So that is why you get a no voltage drop across the output. So you have basically clipped negative portion. Yeah, you have just removed the negative portion of the given input signal, and you are only getting the positive portion. Okay. So this is known as a negative clipper. So here you are getting basically a clip. You are clipping a input clipping a one portion of input signal. Basically, which portion you are clipping? You are clipping a negative portion of the input signal. So that is why this kind of type of clipper is also known as the negative clipper. Here this is basically a series clippers, but this is also called as a negative clipper, because you are clipping the negative portion of the input signal. Similarly, if you see here, if you have a triangular wave, so same principle if you apply, so 0 to plus V, 0 to minus V, so during positive half cycle it will conduct and it will give triangular wave, and during negative 0 to negative, so it will not conduct, so it will clip the negative portion, so you will get this output. So if square wave signal is there, so you will get this output from the clipper. If you have a triangular wave, then you will get this output from the clipper. So this is a simple series clipper, and in simple series clipper, this is basically we are clipping the negative portion. That is why this is also called as a negative clipper. If we clip the positive portion, then that will be basically positive clipper, and if we clip the negative portion, that is known as the negative clipper. Okay. So let us try to understand how, if we are given with a numerical problem, so how one can solve, how one can find out the output wave from the clipper. So here whatever circuit I have shown, this circuit, this is very simple circuit of clipper. Okay, input signal is given, resistance, the series resistance is given, the series diode is given. This diode is basically connected with series with the input voltage. That is why this series clipper name comes. Okay, and then we are measuring the output across the load resistance. But when you go for the solving numerical problems, then this simple circuit may not look simple. Okay, you will be given very complicated circuit maybe. So how the complicated circuit will be given? Here I have given an example how to solve numerical problem based on the clipper. So you are given with the input sinusoidal signal. As I discussed here, This signal, input signal may be square wave, it may be triangular, it may be sinusoidal, it may be any signal. Okay. So sinusoidal signal 0 to T half to T, 0 to T half positive, T half to T negative, and maximum peak voltage that is Vm. Okay. And this series input signal, this input signal is basically connected with a series diode, so that is why this is a series clipper. But I have made one change in the circuit. Before this diode, if you see, there is a battery. Apart from the input signal, there is a V volt battery connected in series with the diode. In the polarity of the battery, if you see, that is plus minus, and this polarity of the battery is basically, if you see, opposite to the input signal. Okay, this is minus plus minus. Okay, and then you have to measure the output across the load resistance. So if you are given with such problem, series clipper problem, or any type of problem, maybe if you are asked with the find out the to draw the output waveform, whether it is series clipper, whether it is a parallel clipper, positive clipper or negative clipper, whatever clipper you have been asked to find out the output waveform. So I have mentioned 3-4 steps how to find out. So this is the problem, and you have to find out the output voltage, and you have to draw the output waveform for this circuit, for this input and for this series clipper circuit. So I have mentioned step 1, step 2, step 3. So in step 1, what you have to do? Just you carefully look the circuit diagram first. You have to carefully, very carefully, you have to look the circuit diagram. You look the first diode, and you look the arrow of the diode, direction of the diode means arrow mark in the diode. Then where, very important point is where you are going to measure the output. So that is why I have written, take care note of where the output voltage is defined. So first of all, in any clipper circuit, you must have to note down where you have to find out the output voltage, means where output voltage is defined to measure. If you see here in this circuit, to where you have to measure output voltage, you have to measure the output voltage across the load resistance, because V in cyan color it is given, that is across the R, that means voltage is measured across the load resistance. Then this is first step. In first step, what you have to find out? You have to see where output voltage is defined. That is the first step. Second step, I have written, try to develop an overall sense of response by simply noting the pressure established by the each supply, okay, and the effect it will have on the conventional current direction through the diode. So first step, you have to make note down that where you are going to measure the output voltage. And second step, you have to try to develop overall sense of response. What I wanted to say, that you first develop the sense, means what is the polarity of this battery, what is the polarity of applied input signal, and what is the polarity of diode. In input voltage and input applied voltage and bias, this battery voltage, whether this voltage, in what direction they are giving pressure to flow the current. Okay. So in the present circuit, if you analyze, so if let us say if you have not applied any input signal, just you forget input signal first, let us say. If you forget input signal, then if you see the polarity of this battery, plus minus, and the polarity of the diode, that is positive negative. So by just watching the polarity of the battery and the diode, you can develop a sense that diode will be in off state. Okay, diode will be in off state. It means the result is that any supply voltage, okay, now if this diode is in off state because of this applied voltage, So if you apply any input signal, okay, any supply voltage greater than V volt will turn the diode. It means whatever input voltage now if you apply, if this input voltage is greater than the this battery voltage, that is V volt, then your diode will be in conducting state. Then diode will go in forward bias. Otherwise, if the magnitude of this voltage is less than this battery voltage, then diode will be in reverse bias. So that is what conclusion we have to draw just by watching the circuit diagram. That is what I wanted to say, that try to develop an overall sense of response by simply noting the pressure established by each supply. So whatever, how many power source are given in the circuit, and whether these power supplies are giving to your diode in forward bias or reverse bias, that you have to make sense. If this supply is giving in forward bias or reverse bias, and so if not giving, then how much voltage you require to overcome this power supply. So as I discuss here, for this circuit diagram, it means if you have not applying any input signal, just by watching these two circuit, battery and diode, so diode is in reverse bias, and if you apply the input voltage, this voltage, then the diode will go in forward bias if and only if the applied magnitude of applied voltage will be greater than this V volt power supply, then only diode will go in reverse forward bias. This thing you have to note out. Okay. So in general, therefore, for this given network, we can conclude that diode will be on for any voltage. Okay, please note down. Again I am saying, we can conclude that the diode will be on for any voltage Vi, okay, that is greater than V volt, okay, and will be in off state for any voltage less than this V volt. For the off condition, the output voltage obviously will be equal to 0 volt due to lack of current, because current will not flow across the diode, so no voltage drop will be across the output. And when diode will be in on state, okay, then current will flow, then the output voltage will be equal to here, that is this voltage minus this voltage, okay, because there will voltage drop if you apply it, because this diode, according to diode first approximation, there will be no voltage drop across this diode. So you have this voltage and this voltage and then this voltage. So if you apply Kirchhoff voltage law, so this output voltage will be equal to this voltage minus this voltage. So that will be the output voltage. So this is the second, just in second step. You have to note down, you have to not do anything, just you have to note down these things. Now third step is very important. Okay, now third step is very important. In step third, determine the applied voltage. Simply that is called as a transition voltage. Because if you see here, so this was plus minus and diode was in reverse bias, and then you apply this input voltage, so that is plus minus. So it means before initially diode was in reverse bias, and before conducting a current, diode has to change its voltage, means diode has to change its state. So at what voltage diode is changing its state from forward bias to reverse bias, or from conducting state to non-conducting state. So that particular voltage is known as the transition voltage. So in third step, you have to determine the transition voltage, and this is very important. So determine the applied voltage, transition voltage, that will result in a change of state for the diode from the off to the on state. As I discussed here, initially diode was in reverse bias, and because of the applied voltage, if this voltage is greater than this voltage, then diode will go in forward bias. and if it will go in forward bias, then you will get a voltage across the output, so voltage will be equal to this voltage minus this voltage simply. If this is in reverse bias, so there will be no current across the load, so obviously no output, there will be no voltage drop across the output, so you will get no voltage. So in third step, now you have to find out the transition voltage, at what voltage basically diode is changing its states from on state to off state, from conducting state to non-conducting state, from forward bias to reverse bias. Okay. In order to do this, in this step, this step will help to define a region of applied voltage, okay, when the diode is on and when it is off. What is the meaning of this step 3? I am explaining. On the characteristics curve of an ideal diode, if you remember the ideal characteristics curve of diode, so in the beginning of my first lecture I have explained, on the characteristics of an ideal diode, this will occur, this thing whatever we are explaining in the stage 3, this thing will occur when diode voltage Vd will be equal to 0. If obviously if diode voltage Vd is equal to 0, then we know that when voltage Vd is equal to 0, there is no current across there is no forward current. Okay. If diode voltage is equal to 0, whether diode is in forward bias or reverse bias doesn't matter. Remember, whether diode is in forward bias or reverse bias doesn't matter. If the input voltage is diode voltage is equal to 0, obviously diode current will be equal to 0. If this diode current is equal to 0, so this voltage can be determined, output voltage. If ID is equal to 0, the ID into IR, ID into R, that is basically output voltage VO, so that will be equal to 0 volt. So this is simple mathematics we can draw here. Okay. For the approximation equivalent to this, determined by the finding of the applied voltage when the diode has dropped to 0.7 volt across it, obviously that is ID is equal to 0. So this exercise, the exercise was applied to this given network I have shown here. Okay. And I have this exercise was applied in this network, and I am trying to show in this diagram also. Note that, please make note down, the substitution of short circuit equivalent for the diode and the fact that the voltage across the resistor is equal to 0. Okay, because the diode current is equal to 0. Why I have assumed 0 voltage? Because diode current is equal to 0. Maybe in actual this may be not happening. In actual case this may be not happening. Just I am assuming. This is just an assumption. This is just an way to find out what will be the value of transition voltage. What will be the value of transition voltage for the diode going forward to reverse bias. In order to do this, what we have to do? Forget everything. Forget this input power supply, this voltage source. Just you remember, you take two things, diode and this resistance, and you just consider this characteristics curve of a diode. We know that on the characteristics curve, if applied voltage across the diode is equal to 0, then there is no diode current. If there is no diode current, so output voltage will be equal to 0. Okay. If the output voltage is equal to 0, let us say in this situation, now you consider this two voltage, input voltage and this voltage. If you, because this voltage now become equal to 0, now if you apply Kirchhoff voltage law in this circuit, okay, how we are considering? We are assuming that diode voltage is equal to 0. We are assuming this input power supply is there, this power supply is there. Just we are assuming on the basis of characteristics of diode, this voltage is equal to 0, this voltage is equal to 0, ID is equal to 0, if ID is equal to 0, this voltage drop is equal to 0. Now if you apply Kirchhoff voltage law, so this obviously that plus V minus Vi, that is equal to 0. So then if you find out the Vi, so Vi will be equal to V. It means Vi will be V. Vi will equal V. Obviously this voltage is basically known as a transition voltage. That means when the input voltage Vi, when the input voltage Vi becomes equal to this voltage, then your diode will go in forward bias, it will go in conducting state, and if this input voltage is less than Vi, then diode will be in reverse bias. Obviously that at that time we know that IT is equal to 0. So here if you see that Vi is equal to plus V, then we have to make down on the input characteristics curve a point equal to V. This voltage will be given. So this is input characteristics, input signal. On input signal I have make a draw that dotted line, so that is basically equal to V. Okay, so this is the, above this line your diode will be in on state, and below this line your diode will be in off state. So this is basically transition voltage. This is transition voltage on the input in signal. So for the given input signal, if the input signal is above this, then diode will be in forward bias, it will be on state, and below this diode will be in reverse bias. Now in the same step 3, if here what we have assumed, here we have assumed that diode voltage is equal to 0, and then we have calculated the transition voltage. Now let us assume that diode go in forward bias. Means diode is in, now you have to analyze for the diode in, when it is on state and when it is off state. So let us consider for the case when diode in on state, on region. When diode is in on region, we know that diode will behave like a closed switch having 0 voltage drop. Okay, this is behaving like a closed switch, and when it is on state, it will conduct a current across the resistance, across the diode. So now you will apply the Kirchhoff voltage law, as I discussed earlier also. For this case also, that output voltage will be equal to, if you see, so this plus Vi plus Vo minus Vi, that is equal to 0, that is Kirchhoff voltage law. So if you apply Kirchhoff voltage law, so I have written Kirchhoff voltage law. So Vo will be equal to, obviously this output voltage will be equal to this voltage minus this voltage. So that is Vi minus Vo. So this will be the output voltage. So this is the input characteristic I have drawn. Okay. Now when, if you go back here, when diode will go in below this input voltage, diode will be in off state. So if you go for the off region of the diode, obviously we know when diode is in off region, so it will behave like open circuit, 0 current. So ID will be equal to 0. If ID will be equal to 0, there is no voltage drop across the resistance, so Vo output voltage will be equal to 0. Okay. So this is the third step. Now if you go to the fourth step, you have to find out the output voltage for the on region and off region. You have to draw the output characteristics curve. So this step 4 is regarding how to draw the output waveform for a given clipper circuit. So it is often helpful to draw the output waveform directly below the applied voltage using the same scale of for the horizontal axis and the vertical axis. It means whenever you try to draw the output waveform, you take the input signal, same scale of input signal and output same scale of input signal, and the output signal should be same. So same scale I have taken, same on x and y axis both, and this transition level I have marks make down in the input characteristics. So we know when diode is in on state, so it will conduct current this much only, this region above this dotted line. Okay, and if you draw this dotted line, I have not drawn, if you draw a perpendicular line on the dotted line, so this perpendicular line will come at this point. Okay, it means before this region there will be no output, because here diode is in reverse bias, here diode is in off state, here diode is in off state. Only this portion of the input signal you will get in the output. So this output voltage will be obviously equal to V, this voltage minus this voltage, that is Vm minus V. Okay, that I have written. And this region will be clip. this region will be clipped and this negative region is clipped. So whole negative region is clipped and this portion is clipped and this portion is clipped. That means output signal is not running is not completely running from 0 to T half. Is not complete. Here if you see, input signal is 0 to T half, that is full half signal, complete signal. But here this 0 to T half, some portion of the input signal is 0 for 0 to some time, and before it is basically starting after 0 and it has finished before T half. That is the exact output waveform of a clipper circuit, and that is the difference between the clipper and rectifier. Now if you understood, in case of rectifier, means rectifier are a classification of a clipper. Okay, means all rectifier will be a clipper circuit, but all clipper will be not a rectifier, because if you see here, this part is not visible in the output. So that is the clipper. So now I have explained how to solve a numerical problems analysis of the clipper circuit. Now if you are given with a example, series clipper example, so this problem, whatever example I have shown here, I will take some numerical value and then I will try to solve it. So okay, same, we will follow the same step. So you are given with a input signal 0 to T half to 2, sinusoidal, maximum peak voltage at 20 volt, and this signal is applied across the input, and then you are given with a power supply 5 volt battery and then diode and resistance. So it is asked to find out the output voltage across the load resistance. Okay, that is asked. So what, draw the output characteristics curve, draw the output waveform and find out the output voltage for the given clipper circuit. So for this circuit, as I have explained 4 steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So first follow the step 1. So what was the step 1? Step 1 was, you have to just note down where you have to determine the output voltage. If you see this circuit, you have to find out the output voltage across the load resistance R. The output is again directly across the load resistance R. Okay. Now second step, try to develop the overall sense of the each power supplies, how much pressure they are putting on the diode. That is what I have explained. So if you see the positive region of Vi, this given input, and the DC power supply are both applying pressure to turn on the diode. Okay, if you see here, so this is plus minus and this is minus plus and this is Pn. So if you forget this input signal, so this power supply battery is itself is sufficient to put the diode in forward bias, because this is plus plus and minus minus. But in previous example I have shown that was minus plus, so that was giving the negative voltage in reverse bias. Okay. So now if you apply this one along with this battery, if you combine both, if you see here, this is plus minus, this plus minus. So there is basically series combination of 2 power supply, and this series combination of 2 power supply is basically applied across the diode. So how to make sense, overall sense? If you see both power supply, the positive region of Vi and the DC supply are both applying pressure to turn on diode on. The result is that we can safely assume that diode is in on state. It means we can say that diode is in conducting state for the entire region of 0 to T half cycle, for the entire region of Vi, for the entire positive region of the given input signal, diode is in on state, a conducting state. Once the supply goes negative, okay, now once supply goes negative, obviously diode will not immediately go to the reverse bias, because in case of rectifier, if you remember, as the supply was going to the negative, diode was going into the reverse bias, but here it is not going to the reverse bias because of this power supply. So once the supply goes negative, it would have to exceed, means this input signal has to exceed the DC supply voltage of 5 volt before this diode go into the off state. So that means now in this case also we have to find out the transition voltage. What is the value of transition voltage where diode is going in off state? Okay. So again, in order to find out the transition state, what we have to do in step 3? In step 3 we have to assume Vd is equal to 0, then Id is equal to 0, then this voltage will be equal to 0. Then you apply the Kirchhoff voltage law, so Vi will be Vi plus this one is equal to 0, so Vi will be equal to minus 5 volt. So minus 5 volt will be equal to the transition voltage. And then we have to draw the, remember here the transition voltage will be equal to minus 5 volt. Then we have to draw the minus 5, this is plus voltage and this is my negative voltage, so minus 5 volt you have to draw somewhere here. Okay, so what I will do now? So step 3, transition voltage. So Vd is equal to 0, Id is equal to 0, so this voltage is equal to 0. Now if you apply the Kirchhoff voltage law, the Vi plus 5 is equal to 0, so the Vi is equal to minus 5 volt. That means transition voltage is minus 5 volt. Okay, now minus 5 volt transition voltage is there. After this transition voltage, if you go back to the here, we have to draw the horizontal line on the input voltage. So if you see, this is the input voltage, and the horizontal line if you draw, that is how much? Vi, that is minus 5 volt, and this minus 5 volt is constant, na? There is not changing with time. So minus 5 volt I have drawn a input line, a state line, dotted. Okay, now we know the transition voltage. That means if the voltage, whatever input voltage is greater than, means for the positive half cycle, means 0 to T half, diode is in forward bias. Okay, and it is giving voltage, output voltage will be equal to this voltage plus this voltage, and for the negative half cycle, diode will be in off state after this particular voltage. After this above this, that diode is in conducting state. Above this, diode is in conducting state. Below this, diode is in off state. So now if you determine the output voltage, so for the on state, as we have discussed in step 3 here, in case of step 3, on region and off region. So in on region, so if you go back, so if you apply the Kirchhoff voltage law, okay, so here I have did this thing here, so that is why I believe I kept here. So now if you do the Kirchhoff voltage law here in this circuit, so Vi, this voltage, that minus 5 plus Vo minus Vi, so the Vo will be equal to Vi plus V. Output, that means output voltage will be equal to input voltage plus power supply voltage, this voltage, because obviously this is series combination of this plus minus. When plus minus, that is series combination of voltage. So output voltage will be equal to Vi plus V. So that is how much? Vi is equal to 20 and V is equal to 5, to 25 volt. That means output voltage will be 25 volt. Okay, and obviously, and for the case of off region, as I have discussed, for the case of off region, output voltage will be equal to 0, so that will be output equal to 0. I have not drawn. Now if you draw the characteristics curve, so here I have taken, because I was not having space, so I have taken in the same line, but you have this output, you have to, whenever you draw the output characteristics curve, you have to always take this output waveform directly below the input waveform, like this you have to take. Okay, but here I have drawn parallel. So this was the transition voltage. So now when you are drawing the output voltage, that means your output voltage will be 5 volt greater than the input voltage. Okay, so equivalent to this transition voltage minus 5 volt, okay, you have to draw a plus 5 volt transition level in the output. Okay, because this is the input, your actual signal is starting from 0 to T half, but in the case of output you will get plus 5 volt earlier and plus 5 volt later also, plus total plus 5 volt is greater voltage. So this is your 0 and this is T half, this is T. Okay, then your output signal will not start from the 0. Your output signal will not start from the 0. Basically your output is starting from here. Your actual output is starting from actual input voltage. Okay, so your output will be moving forward, 5 volt moving forward, so it will move forward little bit, so it will start before 0 and it will peak, but this 0 time should exactly match with the input signal at this point, and this t half should exactly match with this point. So that is why I wanted to make a draw of the transition level. So this is the transition level. So this transition level. Then you draw. So your 0 t half should exactly match with t half, but your total output signal will not fall on the t half value at 0 value. So this is the output waveform. Okay, below this is 0. Obviously output voltage is below 0 volt, and this is above 25 volt. So this is how you can solve some numerical problem based on the series clipper circuit. So this is another example I have taken. So this example I have given for the sinusoidal signal, when signal is a sine wave. Now if you take signal as a square wave, so this square wave 20 volt plus 20 minus 10 volt is given, and same circuit I have taken. If you try to analyze the circuit, you can analyze. So this is quite simple. So step first, where you have to find out the output voltage, if you see that is across the load. Step 2, try to develop a overall sense where the each power supply is putting the pressure on diode. If you see, so this is minus plus and plus minus, so this both voltage source are in series. So and they are in forward bias, diode is in forward bias, so this current will flow in this direction. Okay, it means for the given complete positive half cycle, diode is in forward bias, it will conduct and it will give a output voltage. But if you go in reverse bias, you are when for t half to t minus 10 voltage given, so this power supply will go minus 10 minus to plus, and this is plus, this will remain plus to minus, this will remain. So before going to diode in reverse bias, this voltage has to be, the diode has to change the polarity, it has to go in transition state. So we have to find out the transition voltage. So how much transition voltage will be there? Obviously when diode will go in reverse bias, if the input voltage will be greater than this 5 volt, negative voltage will be greater than this 5 volt, then diode will go in reverse bias. So that is we know. Okay, now if we analyze, so for Vi input voltage 20 volt, that is for 0 to t half cycle, diode is in on state. If on state, so we can find out output voltage. The output voltage will be equal to this voltage plus this voltage, that is output voltage. So that is 20 volt plus 5 volt, that is 25 volt. Because here I have shown the circuit, the diode is behaving like a short circuit. Here I have shorted the circuit. So plus minus plus minus plus, that is plus 20 plus 25, that is 25. Output voltage equal to 25. Okay. Now when diode go in reverse bias, so I have drawn here the polarity will change. So polarity will be plus minus. Here it was minus, here minus plus, here it is plus minus, and this minus plus. So now now in this case, if you draw, so when this voltage will be great, till this voltage will be less than 5 volt, diode will be in reverse forward bias, it will conduct. When this voltage will exceed 5 volt, then it will go in reverse bias. Okay. So obviously if you draw the transition voltage, so somewhere plus 5 volt transition voltage will be here. Okay, somewhere here. But this is not a sinusoidal signal, so you have to not worry about whether the signal is falling on the 0 time or t half time or t time. That is doesn't matter. For the case of sinusoidal signal, you have to take care where this your output signal is falling at t half or at 0. That you have to take care. In case of sinusoidal signal, this transition marking of transition voltage, that is important. But in case of square wave signal, that is not much important, because there is no something lagging or advance of the time. So now if you draw the output characteristics, output waveform, so 0 to t half, your output signal I have find out that is 25 volt, and t half to t signal is 0. So 0 to 25 to 0. So this is the output waveform of a series clipper circuit. So here I have shown a simple circuit diagram, a parallel clipper. So this is the input signal you have, which you have to apply, and this is the diode, and this is the resistance. Here resistance will be in series with the applied voltage, and diode will be in parallel to the input voltage. So that is why this is known as the parallel clipper. Okay. And if you see here, So the basic principle I have already explained how this clipper circuit works in case of series clipper circuit. You may be given with a positive square wave, triangular wave or sine wave, any kind of wave input signal will be given, and you will be asked to find out output voltage and draw the output waveform. If you are using a square wave signal, so what will be the output waveform? If you are using a triangular wave, so what will be the output waveform? So if you see this circuit, so when 0 for the positive half cycle, 0 to V voltage is applied for the 0, here time period is not given, maybe time period sometimes is given, frequency of the input signal will be given, okay. So for this region, positive region, if you see when you apply, so across the resistance current will flow and diode will be in forward bias, okay. For the positive half region, diode will be in forward bias. So you are asked to find out the output voltage across the diode. So when diode will conduct, so we know that when diode is in conducting stage, according to the diode first approximation, there will be a voltage, zero voltage drop, okay, there will be zero voltage drop. When diode will in conducting stage, then there will be zero voltage drop, means there is no output waveform. That is just reverse to the series clipper, okay. And when diode, if you go back to the 0 to minus V voltage, negative half cycle, so this polarity will change minus plus, so diode will go in reverse bias. When diode will go in reverse bias, so it will behave like a open circuit. When it will behave like open circuit, so output voltage will be exactly equal to the applied input voltage. Whatever voltage input signal will be there, that will be exactly output voltage. So that is why you get a output voltage, that is minus V. So here in this case, you have cutted positive portion of a given input signal and you are allowing only the negative portion of the signal. So that is why this clipper is called as a positive clipper, because you are clipping the positive and negative clipper, just basically which portion you are clipping, positive portion you are clipping and negative portion. It may be this clipping of positive and negative portion may be done by the series will be done by the series clipper and parallel clipper both. It doesn't mean here I have taken example of positive clipper, negative clipper. In this case I have taken example of negative clipper. That doesn't mean that positive clipper is not possible with the series clippers. Positive clipper will be also possible by the series clipper also. I will show some example. So just positive and negative clipper is defined on the basis of which portion you are clipping. That's all. Don't confuse with that. Okay. So you are getting a negative portion of the output signal. Similarly, if you have a triangular wave, so you will get a positive region will be clipped and negative voltage will get at output. Okay. So this kind of clipper is known as the parallel clipper. Now here I have given a very simple example of parallel clipper. When numerical problem will be asked, there will be some complicated circuit will be given. Okay. So let us try to see some complicated circuit. So obviously complicated circuit means there will be some power supply connected with the diode. So I have given one example. So you are given with a triangular wave, input triangular wave, which have a peak voltage 16 volt and negative voltage minus 16 volt, and there is a resistance and diode. In diode there is a power supply is connected, and you are asked to find out the output voltage somewhere here. So first step, as I explained earlier, first step you have to find out where you have to find out the output voltage. At what point output voltage is defined. If you see here, in this case output voltage is defined to find out across the diode and power supply. Across the diode and power supply, across the both, output voltage is defined. You have to find out the output voltage. You have to find out the output voltage across here. Okay. But remember, here output voltage is not defined to find out across the load resistance. As in case of previous case, output voltage was asked to find out across R, but here output voltage is asked to find out across the diode and power supply. Now second step, as I said, try to develop the overall sense where the pressure is putting by the both power supply. If you see in this case, so this is plus minus input voltage, and this is the power supply which is connected in series with the diode, that is minus plus and peak N. Okay, that is there. So if you consider this input signal, so this input signal is maximum 16 volt and this is plus 4 volt. So just if input signal is not there, if you neglect input signal, just you consider this two quantity, diode and this power supply. So this polarity of power supply is such that diode is in forward bias. Okay, diode is in forward bias, and according to the input signal, diode will go in reverse bias. But this in positive region of input signal will put diode in reverse bias if and only if the voltage is greater than 4 volt, because if the voltage is greater than 4 volt, then diode will go in reverse bias. So that is the transition voltage. Okay, that means you have to find out the transition voltage. And for the again same, if you go for the negative half cycle, so this is plus and this is minus, this is minus and this is plus. So this will behave like a series voltage. So for negative half cycle, your diode will be completely in forward bias. Okay, but for the negative half cycle, for the positive half cycle, diode will be in forward bias till few voltage, and for the negative half cycle, diode will be completely in forward bias for the given whole complete negative cycle. So you have to find out the transition level first. So the method I have explained earlier. The transition voltage, in order to find out transition voltage, you have to assume voltage across the diode that is equal to 0. If the voltage across the diode is equal to 0, so there will be no diode current. So there is no diode current, there is no voltage drop. So only two voltage drop across the resistance. So VR equal to 0, VD is equal to 0. So this VI will be equal to this voltage. Okay, you apply simply Kirchhoff voltage law. So plus 4 minus VI equal to 0, the VI is equal to plus 4 volt. So that is transition voltage. So if you draw the transition voltage, so step 4 in figure, the transition level is drawn along with VI, VO. So if you draw the transition voltage, so this is 16 volt. So transition voltage is plus 4. So it will be obviously for plus 4 volt. So I have drawn a transition voltage plus 4 volt. Transition voltage is drawn. Step 4, output signal must be plotted just below the input signal. So this is input signal and this is the output signal. Okay. So now you know when the stage of the diode, so you can find out the output signal when diode is in on stage and diode is in off stage. So for on stage, if you find out when diode is in conducting stage, so as I said, output voltage we know that will be on stage will be from minus 16 volt to plus up to plus 4 volt. That will be in on stage. Okay, so obviously output voltage will be equal to if you draw, so here positive voltage will be there because this is plus minus polarity. So plus 16 this plus 16 plus 4, that is plus 4, 20 volt output voltage will be 20 volt. Okay, so if you draw here, I have drawn. So this is basically transition level. So just I have make on the input characteristics. That means this much portion of the input wave will appear at the output, and remaining, and this will go to 0. Okay, so this plus 4 volt is basically because of the power supply. So plus 4 volt, and then output signal will start increasing at this point where I have drawn the projection, and then maximum, then again minimum, and minimum will be at T half at this point and this 4 volt. That means your output signal from this clipper that will never go 0 it will be always maximum 20 volt and minimum 4 volt. Okay, that will be the case of the parallel clipper. So this is one example I have given. Similarly, you can find out the several numerical problem in your textbook as I mentioned, and you can find out you can try to solve series and parallel clipper problems. Okay, so let us try to develop some more sense. So as I discussed, there are two type of clipper, series clipper and parallel clipper. Okay, in case of series clipper, there will be a positive clipper and there will be a negative clipper. In case of both, in case of series and in case of parallel also. So in case of series clipper, if you see, this is positive clipper I have explained, and in case of series clipper, this is I have explained negative clipper. Here you are clipping the positive portion, that is why this is known as the positive clipper, and here you are clipping the negative portion, that is why you are calling as a negative clipper. Just how it has been done? Just by changing the polarity of the diode. If diode is in this input signal is plus minus, if it is in this configuration, this is clipping the positive portion, this is positive clipper. Just you reverse the polarity, so that will clip, just it will start clipping the negative portion, the negative clipper. This is I have given example of positive clipper. Okay, and similarly if you do for the negative clip, so this is the simple circuit, positive and negative clipper. Similarly, if you have some biased series clipper, so the means I have applied some bias voltage, power supply, so plus minus and plus minus, so series clipper with positive and negative clipping. So if you see this plus minus and this is diode is there, so it will clip, but it will clip the positive portion, and but the clip output voltage will be greater than the input negative voltage of the input signal. So that is basically it is clipping the positive portion, and obviously transition voltage we know. So this is the basically transition voltage, and transition voltage appear. So this is the positive clipper with biased series clipper, and this is if the polarity you just change here, you just change the polarity of the battery bias, then you see how the output voltage reduces. Okay, because now you read in the, and if you face any problem, you contact me. So you, because this polarity is changed, if polarity is changed, obviously this output voltage will reduce. Okay, similarly here if you see, in the case of negative clipper, just you change the polarity of the battery and how it is changing the clipping portion. Okay, so this is I am giving again few example of the parallel clipper, and this is positive clipper and this is negative clipper. So here you are clipping the positive portion, you are clipping the negative portion, just by changing the polarity of the diode. Okay, if it is not biased. If it is biased with some battery, so if you just by changing the polarity of the battery, you can change the how much output portion you want. So if you see here plus minus and diode is in this polarity, so you are clipping this much positive portion and you are allowing this much output voltage. Now if you again if you change the polarity of the power supply, so you are clipping this complete positive voltage and you are allowing the negative voltage, and this is output waveform. Now same way, if you are having two diode, let us say this one polarity this one and another polarity opposite polarity of the diode and opposite polarity of the battery power supply, then you are clipping this much portion in the positive and you are this much you are clipping the negative portion. So the output waveform you will get something like that. Okay, similarly for the negative clipper, so same thing happen for the negative clipper. So this is some examples of the positive and negative clipper I have given. Okay, so here I am mentioning few assignments for the positive and negative clipper, parallel clipper, series clipper. I am just giving 3 example. You go to the reference book and you can find out so many problem and you solve, and please try to email me. So this is first problem. So this is an example of series clipper. You are asked to find out the output voltage across the load resistance without bias. This is another example of series clipper. You have to find out the voltage across, output voltage across the load resistance, but here diode is with biased. power supply. And this is another example of the series. You are asked with the series clipper, you are asked with the find out the output voltage across the series here, and this is biased, diode is biased with the 4 volt power supply.